acerca de passive voice in present simple. Okay, so today we're going to learn the difference between the active and the passive voice when we use a passive voice and how we make sentences in the passive voice. Okay, so let's get into it. So, first difference, the difference between the active and the passive voice when we use the passive voice and how we make sentences in the passive voice. Okay, now let's get into grammar. I know it's your favorite part of the class. So let's continue. First, when we use an active verb, we say what the subject does directly. For example, she cleans her room every day. So she cleans her room every day. So here we are saying who is doing it, right? She cleans her room. So who cleans it? She, right? Next one. When we use a passive verb, we say what happens to the subject. So the focus is not on the person who is doing that action, but on the receiver of the action or the action itself. For example, we have the room is cleaned every day. So where are we paying more attention? To the room. The room is cleaned every day. I know you're noticing that we are using a verb in past. We will go over it. Okay. Next. So, how do we use sentences in passive voice? How do we make them? Let's go over it. So, here we have a noun, can be anything. Your dog, your car, your favorite drink. It can be anything. And then we need be. But in present tense, remember, we conjugate it according to the subject. I am, you are, fish, it is, we, they are. And then that's the reason why you are saying a verb in past. We're using past participle, right? So this is the formula to use. Now you will be thinking, how do I do that? Here, how to change the active to the passive voice. Here we have an example. We are going to change it. So, for example, in active, they invite 100 people to the wedding. Who helps the groom and the bride? Or the people organizing the wedding. Then for passive voice, now we're going to switch it a little bit. Now, the receiver of the action, meaning the noun that receives the action, we already know what an object in a sentence is, becomes the subject. Yes, I know. Now, what was the receiver of the action? 100 people. So now they become the subject. What do we have here? The subject. Then our being are. Remember what we said. We, they, you are. Invited. That here it's our verb in past participle. Now you may think, so I add ed to all the verbs. No. We need to learn verbs that are regular and verbs that are irregular. Where to the wedding? So 100 people are invited to the wedding. So it's a little bit, right? So active, invite. Passive, are invited. One more time. Here we have the passive, which is 100 people. We are invited, our verb here, to the wedding. So start thinking about other examples. All right, let's continue. Now, on the next part, we're going to say when we use the passive voice. Let's reinforce this. We have basically three scenarios, right? One, when we want to focus the attention on the action and not who or what did it. So here it's not really important who did the action or who is going to do that action or what. So here the focus is on the action. So, for example, what is a traditional alcoholic drink in Mexico? Tequila, right? So here, tequila is produced in Mexico. So, what is our subject? Tequila. Very good. What's next? What's next? Our to be. That remember, it is acting as an auxiliary. Then we need our verb in past participle. And then, of course, our complement. Next reason, when we don't know who or what did the action or when it's very obvious. For example, coffee is served in pretty cups. Coffee is served in pretty cups. Who is serving the coffee? I don't know. It's not really important. The important thing is that we have coffee, right? Coffee is served in pretty cups. Next reason. When we use the passive, who or what causes the action is often unknown or unimportant. Okay? So, criminals are arrested and put in jail. That's kind of obvious, right? By the police or by some responsible citizen. But the important thing here is that criminals are arrested and put away, put in jail. So, once again, what's the formula? Subject, verb to be, our perfect past participle. Here we have another example, and put in jail. This is past participle, but it's irregular, as you already know. Great, let's continue. Okay, so thank you so much for your attention, and now it's your turn. Transform these examples from active to passive voice. Example number one. Mexico produces tequila in Jalisco. Once again, Mexico produces tequila in Jalisco. Canadians speak English and French. Okay? So if you pay attention to the grammar, you will know how to change this from active to passive. If not, of course, you can rewind the video, go back to the grammar explanation. So I hope you enjoy the class and I expect to see your comments. I'm sorry, I expect